Good morning, students. I hope you are doing well at home. Today I'm Miss Poonam here to start your science classes of the class 6th. Okay, so we will be starting with our first chapter. This is sources of food. So what exactly the food is, and what are the sources of it, and what are the components of the food. These will be subtopics under this chapter, and we will be discussing this topic under this chapter. Okay, before starting all those things, first we will try to answer out what exactly the food is. Every day you are taking food. In 24 hours you take food in your breakfast, your lunch and your dinner. Different types of food you consume. But have you ever tried to define what exactly the food is? Why do we need of the food? Why we are taking food? So we will find out all the answer for these questions. So first of all, if we will talk about what is the food. So food, anything we eat to live or to survive, we need food. Whatever, anything, any substance we are taking to live or to survive, that is called the food. Either you are taking chapatis, rice, fruits, vegetables, milk, egg, omelette, all those things. What exactly it is? It is the food only. Okay. So now the question is, what is the need of taking this food? Why do we need to take food? Have you ever thought of that? Why we are taking in 24 hours we are taking different type of food? Why we are taking? Just for taste? No, not for taste. Definitely. The first answer will come in everyone's mind, to get energy. Okay? So energy, the food give us energy, because in the entire day we do a lot of physical and mental activities. To do that activities we need food. Okay? So now the question is, okay, for physical activity we need food. So do we need food for the mental activity also? Yes, the answer will be yes, of course. The brain is also part of our body. So definitely to do the mental work also we need food. Okay. So this answer comes in everyone's mind, definitely, as the question will be asked, why do we need the food? Okay. Because the food provides us energy to do the physical and mental activity in the entire day. But what are the other reasons to consume the food? So second, if it will come, then it will be the growth. Growth. What exactly the growth is? So if you are seeing yourself only as you were child to this stage, okay, in your body lot of changes are carrying out. So some of you will be the perfect body structure. Some students will be underweight and some will be overweight. Have you ever thought of that? Why the body structure is like that? This happens when you become choosy for the food. Like, no, I'll eat only that particular type, or this is my favorite, then I will eat only. If it is not there, then that time I will not eat the food. So when you be very choosy towards the food, that time our body growth will be inhibited. Okay. So never be choosy in case of food, because all the different components of the food, what exactly the components, we will be discussing in the later on, maybe in the next class. Okay. So for the proper body build, because few of us will be underweight, few of us will be overweight, because of when we become very choosy towards the food, that time it happens to us. Okay. So never be very choosy. Don't try to avoid the green vegetables and milk, because these are very essential for a proper body growth. Okay. So now next importance, next need of the food. What can be the next need? It is for the health, and to help keeping us healthy, or you can say then to keep our immune system strong. So what exactly the immune system is? Immune system, nowadays you are locked down inside your home due to this corona pandemic. So because of that, everyone is advising, okay, try to eat this food because that makes our immune system strong. And the TVs also, they are showing you a lot of yogas and exercise and telling the different foods to eat to make your immune system strong. But what exactly this immune system is? Immune system is that system of our body that make us capable to fight against the disease. ये वो सिस्टम है जो हमें बीमारियों से लड़ने के लिए केपेबल बनाता है. इसीलिए हमें इस तरीके का फूड खाना चाहिए जो कि हमारे इम्यून सिस्टम को स्ट्रॉन्ग करे. ठीक है, आजकल के टाइम में आप बिल्कुल देख रहे होंगे, बिकॉज यूट्यूब एंड टीवीज न्यूज एवरीवन इज शोइंग दैट कि सो मैनी पीपल्स आर अफेक्टेड, but in that affected people, lot of people are recovering. And why they are recovering? Just because their immune system is strong. If your immune system is strong, then you can fight against any disease. But when the immune system is weak, it will take time to recover. Maybe sometime we won't recover also, just because of it depends on the immune system. Okay, so next importance here, next need of the food, next need of it, all body functions. And what about this body functions? We are doing functions, okay, but what is the body functions? So we will discuss now. The answer is, your body is made up of so many organs, like your heart, your digestive tract, your nervous system, your circulatory system, so your excretory system, all the systems and all the cells inside these organs, they are 24 hours they are working. Okay, so to carry out all the function in a proper manner, our body need a food. Okay, so for all body functions, because you know that your heart is pumping 24 hours, so your heart need food. So to keep our all the system stable and to work properly, we need of food. Okay, so these are some major need of food. Why do we need the food? Now moving to the next subtopic, this is the sources. Okay, we need food, we eat different type of food, but now the question is, from where does this food come? कहाँ से आ रहा है खाना, आ कहाँ से रहा है? But now don't say like that मार्केट से आ रहे हैं, नहीं, मार्केट में भी कहीं से आ रहा होगा, हमें वहां तक जाना है. ये इनिशियली कहाँ से सप्लाई होना स्टार्ट करता है, हम उस रीजन तक पहुंचेंगे. ठीक है, अब जो खाना आता है, इसके जो मेन सोर्सेज होते हैं, मार्केट में भी जहाँ से आ रहा है, मेन वो खाना कहाँ से, पीछे से कहाँ से सप्लाई होता है, फील्ड से सप्लाई होता है. ठीक है, या फिर पोल्ट्री फार्म से होता है, या फिर अगर आपके घर में डोमेस्टिक एनिमल्स हैं तो डेफिनेटली वो भी एक फूड के सोर्सेज हैं. ठीक है, ओवरऑल अगर अभी यहाँ पे बात करें तो हमारे पास 2 मेजर सोर्सेज है फूड के लिए, प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स. ओके, देयर आर 2 मेजर sources of food. First is the plant and second one is the animals. Okay, so if we are talking about the grains, cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, so from where do these food come? Definitely these come from the plants. Okay, and in plant also, if we will talk in detail, with detail we will discuss now. So plants, it's not like that now that any of the part you can eat. No, if I talk about a mint plant, which part of the plant you can eat? Entire plant can you eat? No, you can eat only the leaves part, isn't it? So, and if I talk about the potato, can you eat the entire plant? No, you can only eat the stem part. If I talk about your radish or carrot, again, so which part of this? That is the root part. So all the plants, they have their some specific edible part, that part only can be eaten by us. Okay, so There are a few examples like your vegetables. If you talk about the leaf, mint and coriander are the example of the leaf part, and then potato and ginger are the example of the stem part, and then carrot and radish, these are the part of the root part. Okay, these are the root parts. And if you talk about the grains, cereals, pulses, these are the seed part. Okay, so we cannot eat the entire plant. We can eat a specific part of the plant. Okay, so that particular part is the edible, and we can eat only that particular part of the plant. So we talked about the plants. Now moving to the animals. Most of you are definitely having some animal, domestic animals, maybe cow, buffalo at your home. So why you are keeping that animals at home? Definitely for the milk purpose. Okay, so animals give us milk, and from that milk we can get curd and cheese, then butter. So these are the food that we obtain from the animals. Apart from that, meat, chicken, egg, fish, prawn, that also the sources of food. Okay, anyhow everybody is not eating that, but these are also the food parts. They comes under our food, and they obtain from the animals. Okay, so hope these two things are clear, the sources of food, plants and animals. So now based on that, which type of food we are consuming, we can classify the human beings also. Okay, how? Like how? Suppose in a very common term we can say that if I'll ask you which type of person you are, either you will say I am vegetarian, or you can say the non-vegetarian. But if you will go in a quite specific point, then what will happen? If you are eating the plants and the milk and the curd part only, or butter, cheese, that time you comes under the herbivores. Okay, if you eat plants as well as the animals like meat, chicken, fish, prawn, etc., that time you comes under the omnivores. Okay, if we will talk about few animals also, like who don't eat the food obtained from the plant, they eat only and only food that obtained from the other animals, or directly they consume the flesh of that flesh part of that particular animal. That time it is called as the carnivores. Like if I take the example of lion, tiger, they comes under this category because they take only the flesh of the other animals. Okay, so apart from that, okay, that term is clear. If we are taking the plants only there, then they will be herbivores. Okay, if they are taking the plants and animals, that time they will be omnivores. Or if they are taking if taking only and only other animals, that time they categorize into the carnivores. Apart from that, few peoples are like that. They do not eat the milk product. Okay, they do not eat the milk product. Okay, if you are coming in your specific term like vegetarian, non-vegetarian, okay, and the third one I will be telling you now. Vegetarian means they eat the plants and they eat only the milk, curd and cheese, butter, etc. They don't eat the flesh of the other animal. That time they will be coming into the vegetarian. But if they are taking the flesh of the other animal like meat, chicken, fish, that time they comes under the non-vegetarian. But few peoples are there who do not consume the milk product and the dairy product. They eat only and only the food obtained from the plants. That type of people called as vegans. Okay, who do not consume the dairy product or the product that are made up of the milk. Okay, so these type of people called vegans. Okay, in a very general term, there are three categories like vegetarian, non-vegetarian and vegans. Okay, if you go to the specific, we consider all the type of animals. That time it will be herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay. So we will just have the quick revision of these terms, these 6 terms. Vegetarian means like who are eating the plants and they are only consuming the milk, curd and cheese, butter, these things. That time they comes under the vegetarian. And the people they consume plants along with the meat, chicken, fish, prawn, etc. That time they comes under the non-vegetarian category. And when the people eating only the food obtained from the plants but they are not consuming the dairy product, that time these people called vegans. Herbivores, the animals, they eat only and only plant, they depend on the plants for their food, that time they will be called as the herbivores. If the animals, they depend on both plant as well as animals, that time they will be called as omnivores, means plant and animals, they are dependent on the both. And when the animals, they depend only and only animals, that time they are called as carnivores. Okay, so these will the terms for the day. In the next class we will be discussing about the components of food. Okay, so I hope you understood this topic. If you have any query, then you can let me know. So we will meet in the next class. So till then, stay safe, stay at home. Thank you so much.